Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of SQL Server series. This is a continuation video of our previous video. In our previous video, we have seen what is a primary key and a foreign key, how to use primary key and foreign key in SQL Server, and also the default constraint in SQL Server. Today we are going to see about how we can delete rows of a table which is a primary key and it is referred as a foreign key in some other tables. We can see what are the alternate ways we can manage that, and also we have learned what is a foreign key. It allows it helps us to insert only the particular correct records and avoiding the false records to be inserted into that column. So also we have check constraint in SQL Server, which can also perform the same operation as the foreign key. So let us explore these topics in our SQL Server. Let us get into our SSMS. So I am inside my SQL Server Management Studio. I have connected to my server. Today I have created the script rather than typing in our sessions. So I have created a table creation script for a student table. I have included a ID column and a name column, an age column. For the course ID column, we have given a default value as 1 for the department course ID, and we have referred a foreign key reference in the course table with course ID column. Let's see the course table schema. In course table, we have course ID and course name. Course ID is a primary key and course name. So let us create these two tables. So we just need to create the course table first. So it is referred as a foreign key in student table. Now we have created both the tables. First we need to insert into the primary key table. So 4 rows got affected into my course table, and let me insert 9 rows into student table. Let us select and view the records in our table. Select start from student, start from course. So there are 4 courses and we have 9 students who are referred to different courses in the course table using the course ID column. So now when I try to remove a course from the course table, we get an error because the course ID in the course table is referred as a foreign key in our student table that we seen in our last video session. If you are new, let us try to delete a record from the course table. Delete from course where course ID equal to 4. Let us delete the EEE course from the course table. It shows an error that delete statement conflict with the reference of foreign key conflict in the table student. So when I try to delete the row triple E from the course, it says that it is referred to the student Jerry in the student table. So if I need to delete this course, I need to delete the records which is referred in this table, which we have seen in our last video. There are some other alternates where we can handle this. Let's refresh our tables folder, where you can see the two tables, students and course, which we created just now. Expand the student table. You have keys, where you can find the foreign key for the course ID column. So let's right click the foreign key and select the modify option. You will get a pop-up like this, in which you can navigate to the insert and update specification, where you can find that delete rule and update rule. Whenever you need to delete or update a row in the course table, what action should be taken inside the student table has need to be specified here. Defaultly it is set as no action. No action specifies that if we try to delete any records from the course table, then it shows like there is already some columns or rows referred to this course ID, so it will automatically stop the process and it will roll back to the normal state. We will see what is a transaction and what mean by the rollback actions in our upcoming sessions. Just now, rollback is the action which will revoke the statement which we have executed recently, which will not be committed and will not be updated in the table. So currently it is in no action. We can select either any of the option in the list. You can use cascade, set null, set default. Let us select any of this and just see what happens for selected one. So now I going to select set default value. This set default value will assign the default value which we specified for the course ID column. Let me show that. Let's just close this and can just save this to the student table. Can give yes and you can close this. So now you can see that I have given default constraint in the course ID column. So if I try to insert any rows from here without specifying the course ID, it will defaultly assign course ID 1 for those records which we seen in our last video. So now let me try to delete the course triple E, which is referred to student number with ID number 9. So now let me delete this. Let's see what happens. It shows one row affected. So now we didn't get any errors. In last we have set no activity, so it got an error like foreign key is referred to that table student. So the query running has been stopped and no rows has been affected. Now let's select and see what had changed. You can now see the student with ID number 9 is assigned to course ID 1. Why he is assigned to course ID 1? Because we have specified the default value for the course ID is 1, which is the course CSE. So whenever I try to delete any records from this course table, the mapped course ID will automatically get changed to the default value, which is course ID 1. So this is another way where you can handle this foreign key referred columns. Okay, let us see the other ways. Let's click the modify. Now we can select set default to null value. This will specify that whenever I try to delete any rows from this course table, we just need to delete that, and whatever the columns referred to this course ID, it has to be changed to null value. Let us delete the ECE department. So let me try to execute the statement. So now one row get affected. So the course ECE has been deleted from my course table. Let's see, there is two courses available for me, CSE and mechanical. Let us select the student table. So the ID number 5 and ID number 7, those two persons have been referred to the course ECE. Now it is assigned as a null value. So when you specify as a null to the foreign key referred ID, then it will automatically assign null value for those students in the records which is referred in the foreign key table. So there is we can also assign the default value for those deleted records. You can also assign nulls. There is also another option which is cascade, which will bind those rows which is referred to this course ID and delete the rows which all are referred tables to this course ID column. Let us see that. Now let's right click and click modify. You can now specify insert and update set null to cascade. So now let's save this. Yes. And then close this. So now there are ID number 2, 4 and 8. These three peoples are referred to the course mechanical. Now let me try to delete the course to mechanical. So there is only CSE course available for me in the course table. Now let's see the student table what happened. The course ID 2, 4 and 8 got deleted along with the course mechanical. So the cascade function deletes the record which are mapped to the course ID in all the tables where we have referred this course ID column as a foreign key. So there are three options which we have explored. The first thing will assign the default value which you have specified in your column. If you didn't specify any default value, you can use the alter statement, alter table, your table name, and add constraint default and your default value name, and then you can use the default one for the column name. So you can assign the default value by that way. And the other option is inserting null instead of the referred course ID. And the third option is cascade, which will delete the referred rows in all the tables which are referred as a foreign key. So also the no action will terminate the operation and roll back the activity without affecting any rows. So we have seen how we can handle these deleting operations in with if the key is referred as a foreign key in some other tables. So now we have seen in our last session we are referring this foreign key to control the records which are inserted into course ID should be a true one. We should not allow the false value. Let's say that id2 has deleted. Now let me try to insert 222 course ID for my second member. It shows like foreign key constraint error. So what all are the values present in the course can only be inserted into our student table. It shows that the student can only be in the courses which are available in our course table. Let's say for example, let me drop this. So now I have created the course table again and I have inserted the 4 rows. So here is only 4 records in my course table. It shows there are only 4 courses available for all those students. So when I try to insert the 222 record, it shows like foreign key error, that there is no course ID as 222. We can also handle this with using the check constraint instead of this foreign key. Let us give check course ID greater than 1 and course ID less than or equal to 4. This will specify that the course ID must be inside 1 and 4. Let's execute this. So now there is no foreign key reference for this table. Let me try to execute this first statement. One row got affected. Let me try to execute the second statement. It throws an error like the insert statement conflict with check constraint. The conflict occurred in database training DB for the student column ID course ID column. So it shows like you cannot insert 222 because there is a check constraint which will allow only the certain values. So now let me try to insert 3, which is inside 1 and 4. Let me execute this. It allows 3. So now let me insert 4. So now it allows me to insert 4. What if I insert null value inside my check constraint column? It allows null values because it is not even greater than or equal to 1 and not even greater than equal to 4. It is an unknown value. Let's say null is a blank value or an unknown value, which can be neither a 0 nor 1 nor a negative or a positive thing. So it will allows null values, and only the course ID can be inside 1 and 4. It can be a 1, 2, 3 and 4, because there is only 4 courses available for me. Rather than giving the foreign key constraint, I have specified the check constraint and made this. So this check constraint is also helpful, like checking the age. You can also check the age must to be inside age greater than or equal to 1 and age less than or equal to 100. So no peoples can live greater than or 150 and 1000. So by giving this check constraint, you can allow only the true values by avoiding the invalid values inserted into your columns. So we have seen like how we can manage to delete the rows in a table column, which is referred as a foreign key in some other tables. There we have seen like no action, which will automatically terminate and roll back the activity, and there we have seen the default value, which will assign the default value for the columns when we delete the referred row. And there is a null option, where if we delete the referred row, it will assign the null value. And also finally the cascade option, which will also delete whatever the tables which are referred to this course ID as a foreign key. And also we have seen what is a check constraint and how it can be used in SQL Server. So thank you for watching. I hope you have understand both the concepts, and I have provided the GitHub link where I have provided the solution. Thank you.